What's up guys, I'm Newbie Dave and today we're getting some shepherd villagers. Let's get started. Oh boy, it is that time guys. It is time to start expanding our villager base. Our breeding system, our breeding farm over here, it's doing great. My weekend update, I finished up the little back half here where the overflow, the villagers that get bred that I'll use elsewhere in my base, this is where they're going to go. And you can see I've already got 3 of them here. And they are just itching for something to do. They're begging me for a job. So we're going to satisfy their requests and we're going to employ some of them today. So I want to get some shepherd villagers. That's going to be the next item on my checklist. And I originally said that I wanted to do my farm, my villager farm with the crops and everything over here, but there just wasn't enough space. However, I think this is the perfect size area for the shepherd villagers. Because the shepherd, they don't need a whole lot of space. Really what needs space are the sheep. And a good, nice, long, narrow strip like this, and that's perfect. They don't need a big round open area or a big square open area. This is going to do just fine. So I think this is a great spot to put our shepherds. Now, unfortunately, that means I do need to kind of plug up this little cave here in the back. I found this when I was cleaning up the area, went ahead and blocked the back of it because it does actually lead to the outside on the other side. And I thought this would make a really cool sort of secret exit. Maybe put a hidden door there or something. But yeah, this build's really going to block all that. So I think I'm just going to patch it up. Make sure that nothing accidentally comes out of it one day. And we'll probably just forget it that it's here. Like so. What cave? I don't know what you're talking about. There was never a cave here. So here's kind of what I'm thinking for this area. I said when I was building my crop farm, my villager farm over here, that I was never going to build anything under the wall here. And I am hardcore holding to that. That will never waver. But I also kind of want builds to not necessarily butt right up to the wall. And so far the 2 builds that I've made have broken that rule. Because I really think it's going to look really cool to have this little pasture area just go through the wall like this. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? The spruce fences in between the pillars. I think that looks great. And then I'm going to do some fences on this side. We'll put a fence gate there, and that's not where that goes. We'll just continue this on around like this, and I think I'm going to go all the way up to sort of this corner right here. Of course, I can't jump over that. What am I trying? Yeah, I think I'm going to actually extend this corner of that wall there. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like so. I'll come back and put some more dirt. I'm out of just dirt right now. I don't want to use grass for that, but I'll come finish that up later. And then we'll just take the fence like that. Perfect. So we have a little way in and out, but the sheep and the shepherds that are going to be in here, they can't escape. Now I'm going to do something very similar for the shepherds as I did for the farmer villagers over here. You see how they've got this little circular farm, but then in the back they've got their sort of living quarters. And so this is where their beds are and their workstations and everything. It's covered, it's nice, yeah, they like it, they're happy. Every single time I walk by here, they're like, "Hey Dave, thanks for this nice little encampment that you built for us. We love it." Honest, that's what they say. Exact words. And so I'm going to do something very similar for the shepherds, but I'm not just going to copy that. But I do want sort of a living space back here for the actual shepherds. That's where they're going to live. That's where they're going to work. And then the rest of this is really just going to be pasture land for the sheep. Because sheep, they need a lot of space to graze. They're going to be eating a lot of grass. And if it's too small, then they're just going to eat all the grass. And it's just going to look like plain dirt all the time. And that's not what we want. And I think in order for this to work, I might need to actually remove some of this wall right here. Like that. For now, I'm just going to light this up so that we don't get any spawns while we're doing our build. But yeah, I think that's going to be good. So just like the other structure, I'm going to use some smooth stone for the ground. And yeah, let's just start with that. Let's get the ground put in, and I kind of have an idea of what I want to do for this whole thing. But I'm going to have to start on it before I can really decide on the rest how it's going to look. So for the rest of this, here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to do some spruce fence posts like this. Yeah, I think 3 is going to be enough for this. That looks good. And so I'm going to take some wool and I'm going to give them a roof, a canopy that's made out of wool and carpet. So this is going to be very, very similar to what we did for the sheep farm, where we had wool and carpet that made up the roof for each individual sheep enclosure. But I'm going to mix in, let's see, I'm going to throw in some white, gray, yellow, and orange just to get kind of a variety of colors. So let's do a little bit of white carpet and mostly white carpet. I think most of the carpet's going to be white. Maybe a touch of yellow carpet. We'll see how this looks. All right, so here's the thing. Carpet has to be placed on something. So I can put a piece of carpet there because it's on top of the fence post, but I can't put a piece of carpet next to it because there's nothing next to it. It doesn't attach to the side of blocks like dirt or stone or something does. But we can get around that by using string. Check this out. So you can put a piece of string there and a piece of string there. And yeah, it's just, okay. So we've now got some string going between those two. We'll put a piece of string there and a piece of string there. And so the string is, you can see it if you're looking for it, but I mean, look at this. You can't see the string. It's practically invisible. And now, check this out. We can put carpet on top of the string. Yes! So this is a really good way to kind of trick the game into thinking there's something there, because I mean, there is something there. That way you can put carpet on top of it, and as a result, you just have some carpet basically floating in midair like that. So we're going to do this for part of the roof. We'll use string to create some space for the carpet to sit on, and then everywhere else we'll use just regular wool. So let's start in the back here. I'm going to start off with some color, and then we'll throw in some white. I'm going to have a little bit of gray, maybe right there. Put some yellow next to it. Just kind of mix it up. Get a variety of things. Most of this is going to be white. I don't want to go too overboard with the colors, but I do want to throw in a little splash here and there. And then I'm also going to put some on top here so it's not so flat. So let's hop down and see how that looks from the ground. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm digging that. Now, unfortunately, I think we can get some mob spawns up here, so I'm going to have to I'll put a lantern right there. That should take care of this whole area. There's another lantern nearby. I think that'll be good. Now, let's talk about the walls. I think for the walls, I thought about just doing a fence here, kind of like what I did for the farmer villagers, but I think I want this entire thing to be enclosed. So let me actually replace the dirt and the grass over there with stone, and I'm just going to go all the way around I'm going to replace all the dirt, the gravel, everything. I'm just going to get regular stone everywhere for the walls. All right, it's coming together. It's looking good. There's one last detail I want to do for the walls. Something I've never done before, but I'm curious about. I'm going to try honeycomb blocks. So you make one of these by just adding 9 honeycomb together in a crafting table. And I think I'm going to use these as kind of an accent, just kind of doing a strip of these all the way around. I don't have a ton of honeycomb blocks, so I'm not going to go crazy with it. But yeah, let's see how this looks. Oh, that's a really cool texture. I like the color, I like the texture. That looks so cool. I like it. I need to do something over here, because now you can see that one. Tell you what, I'm just going to throw together a couple of stone bricks over here. And for some reason there's some stone bricks right there. Why not? And there's stone bricks on this side. Why shouldn't there be stone bricks on the other side? Now fill in a little bit of this with grass. And I'm gonna have to do something up here. Let me actually kind of clear this out a little bit, because A, I don't want these sheep to get up there, and B, now that we've got something here, I don't want mobs that spawn up there to be able to get down. There we go. I think that'll work. Also makes it look a little bit more natural, I think. Well, I think. It's my opinion. But it's my series, so my opinion's the only one that matters. Okay, so let's actually turn this into a living space where some villagers can live. So we want some shepherd villagers, and the workstation for the shepherd villagers is going to be the loom. I have actually never made a loom before in my entire time playing this game. I'm not entirely sure the recipe, but I imagine it involves planks. Oh, I was going to guess wool, but it's planks and string. So I want 2 shepherds, so I'm going to get 2 looms. I've also got some beds. We'll need those for the villagers to sleep and actually bind to this place. And I think I'm also going to go ahead and do a crafting table back here. I think it's good to just have a crafting table anywhere that you have some villagers or somewhere that you're going to be coming back to periodically. All right, so let's see, where are we going to put these things? I think, let me try just putting them in the corners here. And then maybe I will put the looms, I think I'm going to put one outside actually. Yeah, let's do that. We'll put one outside, we'll put one next to the villager's bed. Crafting table, we'll just put that here, and we'll put a lantern on top of it, so that should be enough lighting for inside this area. Actually I'm gonna swap those two. Yeah, let's put we'll put one loom there, and we'll put the crafting table there. And the only reason for that is because there's a lantern on top on the left side. I don't know, it was just the feng shui of it was messing me up. And then I want to improve the lighting in here. I don't want torches on the ground, but we also need to block spawns. So let me do, I'm just going to do a simple little light pole. Let me see, right here is probably good. So we'll just go up a couple blocks with spruce fences, then we'll go over one and just hang a lantern off of that. That looks really nice. I like it, yeah. I think the torch is over there, that's good for that side. I'm going to go ahead and put one more lantern right there. Actually, no. We'll do another little fence there and hang the lantern off that. Yeah, that's better. Which means, actually, those are too close now. I'm going to move this one back a little. Okay, and with that, I'm just going to throw in a couple more random decorations and we'll be ready to move in our sheep and our villagers. Alright, we are ready to move in our villagers and sheep now. So I just did a little bit of decorating. I moved some things around because I forgot I wanted to throw in like a little table and chairs and make this feel like a nice, cozy little living area. And so I think that's a lot better. I did want to put a painting up, but there's something buggy with the paintings, and like no paintings show up right now. The paintings that I have in my storage room, they're still there. They just don't show up. I don't know what's going on. So I put a painting in my chest over here. If that ever gets fixed, then I'll go hang that up. So the villagers will be pretty easy. I just need to build the rail that leads all the way to the little pasture area and then just move 2 of these guys over there. The sheep, I keep hoping that the game will just spawn some sheep somewhere inside my base. I've seen sheep in here before, and as long as I can get 2 of them, then I can just breed a few more and we'll be good. If not, then I'm gonna have to go exploring out in the world, and I mean, that's not a big deal. Sheep are easy to find, but I'm gonna have to bring them all the way back here on a lead or with some wheat, and that's gonna be annoying. Now, I should mention, you'll notice that none of these villagers have actually changed their profession to a shepherd yet. And also, my farmer villagers have not bred any more babies yet. Even though there's 2 beds over there, and even though there's some looms, those just happen to be far enough away that the villagers in the breeding farm can't reach them. They can't see them, whatever. They don't care about that stuff. If it was any closer, like if it was right here, then they probably would have bound to them. So that kind of got lucky, but I also just kind of knew that that was far enough away. All right, so let's start by building the rail out a little further. I will go like this. I'll do some powered rails right here. Every so often I'll do some powered rails just to give them the oomph that they need to keep going. And then to actually get them in here, I'm gonna have to break part of the fence, which is fine. And we'll bring them, I'm gonna go kind of far into the base like this. And I'm gonna need another power rail somewhere in here. And I'm going to do 2 trips because I want 2 villagers in there. And so what I'll do is I'm going to get 2 minecarts. Excuse me, you're standing on my chest. So I've got 2 minecarts, and so I'll take one in the first minecart and then I'll come back and get the second one. And before I break the minecarts and let either of them out. So now, who's going to volunteer? Is anyone just going to jump in the minecart for me? Or am I going to have to work for this? Oh, I will take that as a volunteer. Thank you, kind sir. All right, so I don't have to worry about being super quick with this because these are all adult villagers now. They can't squeeze through that tiny little space, so I don't have to worry about getting them out and filling it back in really fast before anybody escapes. But for some reason, you can get a minecart through a 1 block space like that. Yeah, so here we go. Flip that. We'll give him a little push, and off he goes. Right into our little field area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break 1 or 2 of these rails, just so that he's now stuck there because he's not on the rails anymore. And I'll go back for the second villager. Now my farmers should probably start breeding here pretty soon because... Oh, look, okay, one of them, no? Okay, they did bind to the looms. So they bound to the looms, and there they're breeding now because that guy has detached from his bed. So this isn't a big deal. The fact that they bound to the looms, not a big deal. I can easily fix that. What's more important is that they break their connection to the beds over here. And you can see they're doing that. He bound, yeah, he became, okay, so he's a shepherd. We still need you to become a shepherd. So I think the second one bound to this loom. So let me see if I can get the other one. Nope, that was his loom. Sorry, bro. Okay, so you're a shepherd. I'm going to go ahead and lock you in really fast. So he wants black wool. I have black wool. And we have locked him in. So he is going to be a shepherd no matter what. Let's see if we can get this other guy. No, so the villager over in our breeding farm keeps binding to this one. What I should have done, if I had noticed that there were already 2 shepherds in there, I would have just grabbed those 2 and not worried about it. Since he's already bound to that one, no one else is going to bind to it. So I think I just have to make another loom. Alright, so here's what should happen. If I move this loom, the other villager should bind to it again. Yeah, so you can see the green sparkles. That means someone bound to it, but it's not this guy. So now I should be able to place this one. And he bound to it. Excellent. Now I can just break this one, and the other guy is going to get annoyed, but I don't really care. Oh, he also wants black wool. I don't have any more black wool on me, so I'm going to have to trade emeralds for shears, which is a terrible trade deal, possibly the worst trade deal in the history of trade deals, but I'm going to do it to lock him in. So now I can go ahead and set these guys free, and they should be happy in their new little enclosure. I don't think they can get out on this block because you can't just run over to the fence and get off. You can if you jump, maybe. Like if you do some crazy parkour, I think you can get out that way, but the villagers can't do crazy parkour, so I think we're safe. Alright, so now we just need to find some sheep. That's going to be fun. Oh no, wait, I almost forgot to plug this back up. So as soon as, we've already got some new baby villagers, I think. And man, if I had forgotten that, then those babies would have gotten out and I would have some random baby villagers wandering around my base. So first I'm going to look just in the immediate vicinity of my base. If I can find a sheep right here, it should be easy enough to get him inside. And then I won't have to go wandering off too far. Because look at this. If I have to go out there for a sheep, how am I going to get that guy back up this mountain? I don't know. Okay, bad news. It is nighttime and my shepherds are not sleeping. I think that means that they are not binding to these green beds. So I'm going to have to go... I think I'm going to have to go break the white beds and get them to bind to the new ones. Okay, there's one. He bound to the one in the right corner. That's good. I'm not sure what's going on with the second one. Oh no, I think some of the babies are binding to them. There we go. Okay, both the shepherds are bound to their beds. They're sleeping at night. They're bound to their workstations. I put the white beds back. And the baby villager over here, he should bind to one of these. I think he did earlier, but for some reason he's not sleeping. Maybe, I don't think the rain has anything to do with it. I don't know, but he's fine. Okay, so there is a definite order to these operations that I need to remember for the future. Whatever villagers I take out, I need to break their beds before I move them out. Otherwise, these farmers are just going to see that there's some empty beds and start breeding again, and it's, yeah. Need to remember the order next time. But I think I found some sheep in a relatively accessible location. Where'd they go? Oh, come on. There were some sheep down here earlier. Come on. Where'd they go? Where are they? Okay, I think this will do. There's some sheep over here by this savannah village that is just behind my base, which I have not seen or explored before, and it's a little off topic, but dude, check out these farms. These savannah villagers, they know how to plant some farms. This is pretty awesome. Usually you just find like the little like the little flower bed of farms. Yeah, this is really nice. It's like a steeped terrace, I think it's called. Okay, what is Minecraft doing to me? There were some sheep over here just a second ago. You saw them? I said, look, there's some sheep. I'm gonna go get those. And then I come over here and there's no sheep. Minecraft is playing some serious mind games on me. That's twice that I've found some sheep and then gone to get them and they're gone. Okay, here we go. We got one sheep. All right, so as long as I hold the wheat, the sheep's gonna follow me. I'm going to go ahead and put him on the lead just to be sure. You can break the lead if you get too far away, so I still need to stay kind of close to this guy. But we'll just lead him back to my base and we'll come back for a second sheep if, and apparently it's a very strong if we happen to find a second one anywhere in this lifeless land around. Okay, there we go. Maybe I was being a little too critical. Thank you, Minecraft. You're not all that bad. And apparently I'm going to pick up a third one on my way. All right, I think I can work my way up this mountainside and they should follow me. Come on. Whoa. Like dragging the dude on the lead up this mountainside. Hey, whatever. It works. Okay, and there's the back entrance to my base, so we're good. We're good. Alright, so normally I would just open the fence gate and lead them in, but I don't want the shepherds to get out. So what I'm going to do instead is just place a temporary block outside here. This way the sheep can climb up on that and get over. And hopefully they will follow me inside. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. So 3 is perfect. 3 is exactly how many sheep I was going for. Whoops. Sorry sheep. I was just trying to get my lead back. And there we go. I think we're done. Look at this. Look at that nice little shepherd field with the shepherds and the sheep. That's nice. I like it. Yeah, so this is kind of slowly becoming our little agricultural livestock crop district. Yeah, it's really coming along. Now, I had mentioned an episode or two ago that I was going to plant my own crops outside the villager farm. I was thinking about putting them out here, maybe extending that way, but I really wanted to put the shepherd farm, the sheep farm with shepherds over here. So what I think I'm going to do, maybe as a weekend update, is I'm thinking I'm going to plant my crops outside the fence, actually. That way I'm not taking up land inside the base with crops that are really just for me, and that'll give me more room for villager-related stuff. But yeah, there's our little shepherd pasture. Looks good. Alright, and that is going to wrap it up, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you like our new little shepherd outpost, or shepherd farm. I guess it's not really a shepherd farm because we're not farming shepherds, but yeah, it's for the shepherd villagers. So now we have 2 different types of villager professions in our base. We've got our farmers and we've got our shepherds, and I'm just going to keep expanding. Like I said, I want to get every different villager profession in this base. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit that like button, and while you're down there, please subscribe so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.